Hey, what's going on, people? I hope you guys are in good health, families are in good health, and the fear mongering has not stopped you from living your life and enjoying the fruits of being in a free country. I just want to jump into this topic on the surging crime in America. I'm not going to talk too long. Actually, I'm about to head out, but I just want you to watch something that's something interesting that Biden said, and just ignoring the facts and what's really going on in these streets. Check this out.
Tonight we begin with America's crime crisis. President Biden bringing community and law enforcement leaders together at the White House today to talk about the problems across the country after another brutal and deadly weekend in many big cities. The president's focus has been on gun control, while several of his Democratic colleagues still want to cut police budgets. Republicans obviously disagree. We have Fox team coverage tonight. Matt Finn is in Chicago, where the weekend's summer violence was unrelenting. But we begin with White House correspondent Peter Doocy, live from the North Lawn. Good evening, Peter.
Good evening, Brett. We spoke to some senior administration officials today who tell us they don't think the rise in crime in big cities run by Democratic politicians are because of Democratic policies. But there is now a consensus around here that what law enforcement and local leaders have been doing in those big cities isn't working.
Well, there's no one-size-fits-all approach.
But the White House knows they've got to do something to crack down on crime.
There was a sense of urgency both from the president and his administration.
And their attention is on big cities, inviting guests from Chicago, Washington, D.C., and New York.
Other communities are waking up to alarm clocks. Communities of black, brown, and poor people are waking up to gunshots.
Eric Adams, running for New York mayor as a Democrat, recently railed against calls to defund the police made by Democrats.
Do you think the priorities of national Democrats may have been misplaced?
Yes, I do. I believe those priorities, they really were misplaced. And it's almost insulting what we have witnessed over the last few years.
So the president is trying something new, taking money set aside for COVID-19 relief and spending it on beefing up police departments.
Our strategy provides, including funding for law enforcement through the American Rescue Plan.
We all know that's bullcrap. That American Rescue Plan has nothing to do with funding police. They added a piece of crap, like a $2.99, $5 freaking fund in there, so that way for the police. So that way, if you oppose the American Rescue Plan, which is full of flubber and pork, and tyrannical Democrat, more Democrat pork, then you're defunding police, because the American Rescue Plan supposedly has a couple of dollars in it for the police departments. Baloney.
For states, cities, and to be able to hire police.
The administration is also consulting with community-based violence intervention experts, too.
Traditionally, you say public safety, and people say police. And as my colleague said, that, there's an ecosystem of public safety that we actually have to find.
But Republicans and some in law enforcement don't believe preventing crime like that works, arguing a better deterrent would be tougher judges.
The guns are out there, and the bad guys have the guns. What we need is prosecutors and a criminal justice system that is willing to go after these people and prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law.
That's a fact. The guns have been out there. The question is, why are they being used more now than before? Why are they being used more now with this new administration than over 18 months ago, or when President Trump was in office? Why now are all of these guns being used and the crime has surged to a catastrophic level in America? That's the question. The gun's been out there.
And tougher sentences.
You got to have something dealing with the potential violent nature of whoever's being charged, and look at that before you release them on bond.
The president's guests all say today's meeting was productive, but the president admits there's no easy fix.
Yeah, there's no easy fix. I'm going to stop him right there, because I can't even listen to another thing he says. I'm just going to go over to another video here. Listen to this.
Well, it's just more of the same demonisation and blaming the police for the problems that we see now that are directly the fault of the Democrats and their whole defund the police movement. You know, even Joe Biden, who now pretends that he is for the police, he was at the height of the anti-cop movement last year. He was talking about redirecting funds away from the police, which is just defunding the police in another way. Kamala Harris was, you know, promoting funds to bail out rioters who had been attacking police. What's happening now with crime in our cities is a direct result of the demonisation and also these new bail reform laws and a whole suite of other so-called criminal justice reforms which have tied the police hands. In Times Square, you've had, in the last 2 months, you've had 3 separate shootings, and it's lucky that no one's died. Tourists have been shot. And I asked a police officer there, they stand there, I said, why is this happening? Why can't you stop these aggressive CD sellers from molesting and harassing people walking past? And they say to me, well, if we do anything, if we go, we can't stop and frisk. If we go and something goes wrong, if we try to arrest them, they can sue us because the police now have lost their qualified immunity from prosecution. They can lose their houses. So of course they're not doing anything. Of course they're quitting the police forces and they're leaving these cities at the mercy of the worst, most violent thugs.
Exactly. Check this out. And this is a simple search. Last year, the United States tallied more than 20,000 murders, the highest total since 1995, and 4,000 more than in 2019. Exactly. After President Trump left office, we saw an increase in crime in America. Preliminary FBI data for 2020 points to a 25% surge in murders. So that right there is clearly telling you, you know, where the surge is coming from. The Democrat policies. Listen to this. Biden administration and Democrats created the environment that has caused crime rates to soar. As Americans express outrage at the surge in violent crime because of reduced and defunded police departments, the left is attempting to change the narrative. Skip that, because we all know that's fact. Just last week, however, Representative Ayanna Pressley, Democrat in Massachusetts, had the opportunity to reject the defund the police theme that the left has been spewing for the last year. Instead, she indicated that she wants to defer dollars away from policing and incarceration and put the money into social programs. Look, we all know where this is coming from, and we all know it's from the defund the police and the Democrat policies that's destroying our country, you know? But I'm pretty sure if y'all want, just leave something down below. Let me know what you think. I'm going to wrap this up. I just wanted to point a couple things out before I head out. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I hope you guys stay in good health. You know, peace and blessings, people. Love it. Peace. Oh, also, I got a few things that I want to do as far as live videos and things of that sort. So at some point, I'm gonna put some things together, and you know, like I said, I'm just getting all this stuff together, doing some easy ways to get my videos out for now until more of my stuff comes and I can get it set up and I get a better hookup. But for now, this is how I'm doing it. But I'll get some things going on, and I'm gonna split my pages up to 2 different pages. So like I said, love you guys. Peace out.